A lie may take care of the presence, but it has no future. It only deals with things now that whoever involves wants to get. And although it may seem a good thing to do, yet it has a short lifespan. And its outcome would be negative consequences in the future. And what we all need to know is that lying can create distrust. You will lie to me today and you feel that's all to it. But mind you, this is something that if that person gets to know that you've been lying to them all this while, it will create distrust. It will damage your friendship, your relationship with that person. And it will even make it difficult to rebuild trust in a very long time. And so good afternoon to each and every one of you listening to Voice of Liberia right now. Welcome to the program, The Rumble on the Voice of Liberia this afternoon. And we are back here to present to you the program, The Rumble. This is where we discuss things happening now as they unfold in the country. And we are here to bring you the afternoon. Is it lunch?
I think Marina already said.
Okay, okay. So we are here. The team from this morning is back here, and we are pleased to be here. So let me speak for myself. My name is Famata Duncan, and along with me is
Grace Williams Joshua.
okay. We are back here again today, and it feels good, like I said previously, to be here. So Grace, can you bring us up to speed with what we will be doing shortly?
Actually, we'll be looking at the Governance Commission. We want to know if it is of constitution that you serving as a chairman of the Governance Commission, if you can actively participate
Okay.
in politics.
Okay.
And we have the chairman who is on audio. We will play that audio, and also have presidential press secretary as is Solukebe. Upon the president return from that of Israel, he's updating the Liberian people about some bilateral discussion the president had with the Israeli prime minister and how Liberia can benefit from the Israel-Liberia pact.
I hope it's something that we will really benefit from, and that's something wherein the president went and for some personal matters. So you've heard it from Grace, and we are here this afternoon to serve you in those areas. But Grace, I'm hearing the sound of your son's voice outside.
Yeah, I think he's looking around for mommy.
Okay.
Yes, parenting is not easy.
So I hope he won't distract you or he won't take you from here.
Yeah, after I heard him cry 2 times, I was like, I think I should go outside.
You are quick to feel emotional. That's the thing about you. Yeah. From yesterday to today, by the time you hear something, oh, I'm feeling so down. What happened?
It's part of human nature. I respond to things that are important to me a different way. But if you of no relevance, or if I just kick it and pass, but like that baby cry means a lot to me right now, because I have one baby.
And I
at
could see,
home.
I could see the expression on your face, as if to say you want. That's what I'm telling you. I'm warning you now. You are not leaving from here to get out there to take care of him. So let's get to business. Let's get to business. So what can we play here first? Can we go for?
Maybe we should discuss the governance or to look at which one is up.
Okay. Let's see. Let's take the governance commission. So what we want you to do is to listen to the audio along with us, because as we discuss the audio, after we might have listened to it, we will also need your input. So you listen with us, and so that we can be on par.
The Governance Commission Act came to be in 2007. The Code of Conduct came into being in 2014, 2015. By that, they get something in law called the law of recency. On the doctrine of the law of recency, which law takes precedent, the recent law, and the Governance Commission and the Code of Conduct, which law is the recent law, the Code of Conduct. Unfortunately for us, the Code of Conduct went again back to the legislature for amendment, and that amendment had now been printed into handbill. Every law will be what? Apply and enforce when it has been printed into handbill. Until the Code of Conduct can be printed into handbill, then it cannot. So all of them non-partisan. Am I a partisan? I said, no, I am not a partisan, but I am a Liberian citizen. It's found within our constitution. I have my own constitutional right to support whosoever I want to support. And not just me. Those who sat in that same chair before, they supported who they wanted to support. So it should not be a new phenomenon that Garrison Yellow is supporting President Weah is in violation. No. If you go to Wikipedia now and you Google Dr. Sawyer, if you come, you will see that he supported Manasele in 2005.
Okay, I think we have listened to him, and it's like we can now have a discussion on what he said in the audio about maybe people pointing accusing fingers at him as it relates to why he has decided to and let's say support President George Weah, or to, let's say, be for President George Weah and all of that. So, but I think he said some things in the audio that has to do with even though he has a kind of act that guides him as his what he needs to do as the governor, as the commissioner, as the chair of the governance commission. But outside of that, he also has his own to do whatever it is that he wants to do. And so that's where we are.
Yeah, thank you, Famata. And the Governance Commission, the act that the Governance Commission operate from, or actually from 27, it started from 27. And I'd like to read a minute of the commission, a part of the minute,
Okay.
and what the commission stands for before we dive into our discussion. They say, the Governance Commission, its minute in function. The general minute or purpose of the commission shall be to promote good governance by advising, designing and formulating appropriate policy and institutional arrangement and framework required for achieving good governance and promoting integrity at all levels of society and within every public and private institution. So they say, let me read a little background about the Governance Commission before we start. They say the duties and function. The Governance Commission was a creation of the 2003 Accra Peace Accord
Sure.
to attend to Liberia's numerous problems occasioned by the 14 years civil war. As we all know, the year of civil war left behind a complete breakdown of democratic governance in Liberia. Rebel faction took over governance functionaries area. Okay, so we'll stop right there. It's a very long document. We just wanted to build the background. After the 14 years war, the Peace Accord, we all agreed that we should have a governance commission,
Sure.
which of course should be headed or chaired by someone. So Garrison Yelu,
Who is not the first?
you are
Chair.
not even the first chair. You are talking about the date that it was Sawyer and how he openly attests to being a supporter of Madam Eddie Johnson Sirleaf. And coming to tie you with that of the code of conduct, if the governance commission, there's a part that said that you should not be associated or you should not affiliate openly in any political activities. But he, Garrison, is ignoring that part of
Okay.
the plot on the point that the Constitution, you see, there's a problem in Liberia that I always talk about. The statutory law and the customary law, they are both. Liberian look at the two laws in the same way. First, if a man goes to the court, decides to get married via the traditional form of marriage, that marriage on our constitution is legal. But that man is entitled to two wives with his woman consent. I'm going to connect this with
go ahead.
what Garrison is saying before you come in to lay your own basis. Then, if that man also goes to the court, gets married, the Constitution provides that he can only be entitled to a wife.
Okay.
Why, in that form, the Constitution contradicts itself. You understand? People have not been understanding that in the past. You see, you go to white wedding, which is the traditional wedding. You do the traditional, but you come for white wedding. Some people have been getting married like 2 times.
Okay.
You see, so now coming to Garrison, on the other hand, we can't change what he's saying because the Constitution provides that all Liberians should actively participate and affiliate in politics, despite whatever place they may be at a specific time. Why the clause is also telling Garrison that you serving as the chairman of the governance commission, you cannot openly participate in politics.
Okay.
So the Constitution right there, the clause that created the governance commission and that of the Liberian Constitution, you can see the no contradiction there. But he could have been penalized if the code of conduct were written in his bill.
Sure,
It
and that's
was
what he
already
said.
published. Being that it was not written, the president himself have to come up and openly declare the enforcement of the code of conduct in order to take effect for this 1 year.
Yeah.
Which, if this law has been printed, would have not been. So Garrison is telling the Liberian people that you calling me the chairman. You want me to operate as a chairman of the governance council. But when I leave the council office, I'm a Liberian.
Sure.
So I don't know what you have to say about that.
Yeah, I think that's just the thing. Even if you will go to the president is being guarded by the Constitution as to what to do as it relates to the governing of the country, right? But then outside of that, he has his own personal things to do, and when he goes to do that, you will not take he will not take along with him what he does in the office when he's operating as president. So I think that's the point from which Garrison was speaking from, that even though he has laws, rules and regulation that governs him at the governance commission, but outside of that he has his personal things to do. And just like you laid the basis, the Constitution of Liberia says everyone can get involved into politics, right? And then the maybe the document from the government commission is saying you can get involved but not publicly. And people are seeing him getting involved publicly. Maybe that's the reason why people are like, it's not supposed to be that way. But then how do we settle this?
Okay, if the governance commission, like I'm reading this clause section 5, say if the governance commission should promote integrity in the public sector, draft, advocate for and advise on the adoption, use, and or the amendment of code of conduct and carry out national public integrity survey as such interval as it may determine, provide that at least one public integrity survey is conducted every year. So if I go back to Garrison, this section 5 of this clause can actually hold you. Because if you have to carry on survey, like what section 5 is saying here, you as the head, every year you have to carry on survey and make sure that you come up with an independent report from each survey you conduct. Let's take a promote integrity. The meaning word there is integrity in the private sectors. Okay, if you telling me you want to promote integrity in the private sector, Kamada, looking at you being a key partisan of the president, or at this time President we are, do you think you will be effective enough if maybe one of these private sectors is a friend? Okay, let's say for instance, maybe any institution that is very close to the president. You think you will be able to carry on or promote integrity from that private sector? Be or very your loyal person to the president and your friendship to him. So if people coming up to say this, I think they are coming from a specific point that they want to people to understand.
Yeah, but then again, we should also look at the fact that, like I was saying from the onset, this man has his personal life outside of
course,
the commission. And what he's there to do is to promote the principles of good governance and democracy, foster dialogue between government and civil societies and other people. So he has lots of responsibility to do that. I think the only thing he should not do is to allow his let's say friendship or his whatever connection he has with the party to interfere or to influence his decision at the commission.
Okay, for Mother, if you say that, I will kind of differ a little bit. I agree with what you're saying, but from this perspective, like I said, if Garrison is 100% on sedition, which he is, then his side of promoting and protecting integrity and checkmating private and public institutions as a governance commission, based on the act that created that commission, he will be contradicting himself. But also, we shouldn't forget that he's a Liberian. As per the Liberian Constitution, he's entitled to his fundamental rights.
Sure.
Like, for example, like Pauline President we are should be a president of Liberia. He also has the fundamental right to associate.
Of course.
Freedom of movement. All those things. The only fact there is, Garrison is telling the Liberian people, if the code of conduct were printed as a bill for us to use, then he, Garrison, can come and open it and say, okay, I have breached my constitution.
Okay.
Because the code of conduct is a law, it has been printed into him, and I violated this section of the constitution.
Sure.
But if you just basing on the act that created a governance commission, I will tell you for sure, I just the chairman, but there are people that work there, and they are entitled to that fundamental right to associate with political party.
Sure.
So that's what I'm saying.
And he said that. So what is your problem with that, Mama?
My problem here is, if you want to preach about like the clause talk about section 5 talk about integrity, especially in the public sectors and the private sectors, as a governance commission, you look at all sectors of this country. Okay, if you're talking about integrity, you checkmating institution.
Of course.
Don't you think your association to a specific political party may hinder your work in some perspective? For just the layman understanding, that's what I'm seeking from.
Okay.
Don't you think that your own association with a specific political party may influence your work you do?
But I also want you to look at the fact that this person we are talking about here works along with other people. He's not the only person who makes the decision.
But he's
And
the
I
head.
believe, yeah, he's the head. So I don't believe with this team he works with, everyone who's on this team is going the same way he's going. And if he wants to prioritize maybe a party or an entity or an institution over the decision that the entire body might come up with, I think there will be people who will oppose what it is that he will want to come up with. But I know the point you are talking from that has to do with him being the head and doing something that is not in line with the act. I
Okay.
know where you're coming from.
Yeah, I agree with you. But if Garrison will tell me that, then we also have to look at section 6.
Okay, let's
Because
get
he's
it.
told that he is to promote the awareness of the need for equality of opportunities as established by the Liberia Constitution.
Yeah, and that equality has to do with what? Everybody.
Equal participation.
Good for everybody.
So if he start aligning with a political party, will he be able to protect another political party?
So
Let's forget about the CDC-led government. The same thing happened with Amos Sawyer right here.
okay.
You can see that there will be the policies that he will draft. He will be biased.
Okay.
Forgetting to know that that government will not exist continuously. And you should know that government is continuality. So if you eventually work in the interest of one political party, know that that political party may stand from the opposition angle tomorrow.
Okay.
So as for me, I'm just saying, why is it that you know all of these things only for a certain club from the Liberia Constitution that talk about your right to participate in politics?
Okay. That's a good one, but we need to have an understanding of other things behind that as well. And you heard him justify why he's doing that, right?
Yeah, you talk about code of conduct.
You heard him justify that it has not been printed into a handbill, and so because of that, he has the willpower to do whatever it is that he's doing. But I think all
But the
that.
executive order, the president passed Garrison in knowing it too.
But if the man is
That's
telling
why
you that
he
based
said
on
something about executive
if the
order.
man is telling you that based on the handbill, that's what he has decided to do, then
That time he was not the chairperson of Governance Commission. You will also know that in 2011 when he was seated as a chairperson to verify, a lot of people say you don't to talk politics. Who told you that you don't talk politics when I have a right? In the second place is that the Governance Commission Act came to be in 2007. The Code of Conduct came into being in 2014, 2015. By that, they get something in law called the law of recency. On the doctrine of the law of recency, which law takes precedent? The recent law. And the Governance Commission and the Code of Conduct, which law is the recent law, the Code of Conduct. Unfortunately for us, the Code of Conduct went again back to the legislature for amendment. And that amendment had not been printed into handbill. Every law will be what? Apply and enforce when it has been printed into handbill. Until the Code of Conduct can be printed into handbill, then you cannot hold anybody responsible. One. I can't hear you. I'm not hearing you good. You gotta be louder a little bit. You see? No, the president issued executive order is somewhere March. They said that all those who are appointed and working as cabinet minister, director.
Okay, so my son was with me, so that so the fact is, he himself admitting that the president just ordered went ahead in March with an executive order.
yeah.
If he trying to come up with a Governance Commission Act and that of the Code of Conduct, if you're saying that the Code of Conduct is the recent law and it should be enforced as per the previous law, then Garrison is contradicting himself.
Okay.
Because if that's the case, and the president come up because it's now a printer into him bill and tell the public that this executive order has been the own this code of conduct, that all those wanting to contest into public offices should resign ahead of 6 months prior to this election, and you know it, you are breaching the constitution.
Of course.
You are breaching the constitution. Because the fact is, not because you know the law, you're talking about law of recencies. If we go deep into what he's saying, he's contradicting himself. I'm told that he have the right as a Liberian under the constitution to affiliate with political parties.
Sure.
But he should also know that where he right end, another right begins. The code of conduct, if the president has laid an executive order on it, you, Garrison, you have no
You
right
must follow.
to breach it. So that's my own take on it.
Okay, so you've listened to our first audio, and we are like having a little chit chat on it, and I was looking at other things that's associated with him being a Liberian and having to exercise some other rights for him as per the Constitution of Liberia. But again, if we have laws, we have rules and regulations that we must follow. These are things that we must follow so that other people, because you already heard him saying because other people did it in the past. So
he must have did it, so he's doing it. So that's it.
And that's not a good example for us to set. And in that, if someone did something negative in the past, so we ourselves should be able to do it in the present, today, or in the future, and then we want to point fingers at them as it relates to
so he joined us, he was the head of the governance commission at that time, and the acting came into being around Amos Sawyer. So because Amos Sawyer did it, then he's in all right as Garrison to do the same thing. When you are here to make the difference, okay, this government was brought into power to prove to the Liberian people that they won't change. And the president's message to us each day is about the positive change that we make to this country. Peace should be the order of this day. And tomorrow, if the citizen-led government is not in power, you, Garrison, what will you say? How will you checkmate the government that is in power at that time? The little we do today, live for tomorrow. Even if Amos Sawyer was alive, he would not have voice to tell you, Garrison, you're doing wrong, because he himself did it in the past.
Yeah, and they said one of their dues is that they should adhere to the laws and regulations of the Liberia Good Governance. So the Governance Commission. So if that is what is being said, that you are to live up to that, and count what may, even though there will be other things as it relates to that.
You could secretly support your party for honor grant. Most people do it. Even journalists, they are that created us. We have political affiliation, but you will not see most journalists openly running campaign, running being a politician. But from their reasoning, from the way they analyze, you know that they are coming from a specific perspective. So you, Garrison, could even do that and be able to save the pride of the governance commission.
Sure, because once he has made himself known, other people now might not even want to work with him. Let's say
people will not be open to draft policies because you already came out and want to do that. You are supporting this and this.
Sure,
and this.
They will feel whatever he's doing there. It will be one-sided. Yeah, it will be one-sided.
Which is not true.
So
because till we know the president is fighting hard to uphold the rules of law within this country. That's why even upon the street protesting, freedom of speech, whatever, he allow people to do what they're supposed to do in order to keep on path with the Liberia Constitution. So I don't think the president will support you in breaching his own executive order. That's what I have to say.
Okay, so let's that's what I have to say. Let's go over to take a short break and come back. And when we do that, we will take calls, and then
if you are listening to us via radio, please follow us on Facebook at Voice of Liberia, share it, and like our page in order to be updated with comments and national issues within our country. Anything happening in Voice of Liberia will bring it to you. Play it from this page. If you're not able to tune into the radio, you can even watch us on Facebook.
Okay.
And you will be updated.
So let's take this commercial and come right back.
Your real property taxes. Your real property taxes. Oh.
Aduma giving you a big brain. àwọn bono kabe da pira gomna bo be oni awuri ponte jo awe okay da pira oni gomna bo be oni awuri je pampo jo awe okay da pira gomna bo onyo be oni a kone ni gomna be okunye wara wana dedi do pinza ke wani ye no magi nyo be na ke bo be wa ko wa ke okwan poi omode be mu zanza ja wen
Berade me ko yinge ni duo fa de ma chenge won.
Gomna bobe mo ara e bi oni attach point jo awe okay gomna bobe mo fanas be oni awuri je pan popo jo awe okay gomna bo be omo internal affairs be oni a kone ni gomna be okunye wara wani de na ke nyuin be wake mu zanza ja no magibi para ke mu
Ake dana ga ndane wana ma bote sewa tachi na ga peje wa ke wa se bote ke ko na ga chin be wa ka di wa ka bote de die ye
me koji benke de la ke ko za mle bebe ke mu won enji no zen benke be bochen ka bebe e pe pogro be duo nyuenji ase vie do bleo ase pire mbodo bleo ase suku bo blewe gomna na tije be wakia be bo papa sense nyi wana ne pe pogro won ke wana bopo be wake magi bi kante na ke bopa be waka den mo kun be roje e ben
na ne de ka nyu ga ju chende de bo wa chen pra ba ka mu wa
oje dedi be wana pampo mo gomna na bopo be wake mu zanzanja ke wa ble wa ke tati bon bo pa be ben nyome ble eje okay bo be ben nyome ble eje wa ble wa ke tati ni npon ni ofrimo gomna wa mu uri odo de nyinde ke uri odo nyinyi wa ma nyuwe mo wa mu ne kante be ma magi be ke uri oji to ne gomna bo be wa ni ana be ani panto na ke ko mo akante na ke mu e wa ke blojo be mu iko wa ke de bo popo nyu de mo mu zande be wa ke no de nyuwe ni wa mu de ni na de wa mu ji konnen wa ke difle kompo
na o mpo gre pos wo jongwa gomna ma de nyinye
gomna se ngiro nyi mu fuwo ke de kiki wa mu nyuwe wa mo be ni konde be be mble ake ni pa be be mble ni bu be be mble ben ke wa je kun zani ni wa mo bli ji town osoni ogemo be be ake ya nyu pe ipo be wa ke tachi pe bo wa konde be oje
na o mpo gre pos wo de pra bon nyo ke se ponti we o
ara enyo be o intone fe enyo be o wa mu makibi kante ni gomna na ke kompa be wa ke bon se be oba ni konde be oje okay bon se be oba ni bu be be mble okay ni pa be be mble wake jibli iche nie oso se mwe nyobe be mo akwana nywe wa mo nyobe be wa sora bo ni magi bi para ke mu jejeke wa dan wa tachi konyo be ojo aniyan
ke nyi ku amu adi ju anywe
ni mu nyobe ji juo se bo de wa mo juwe be wa so ni gbe ben ta mwe fwe ke wa yijini wa mu jitwende be mo adi ka we blame bo RAOB
na deke magi bi kante wani a mu sansan di andi e be wa ka enjoy bo de be wa na nyuno de bro pa mo ji
me jira kura benki mu benki ni pa bemblake okay de bu be bemblake nko wa ne ripo ne boju se bo bemblake mu benko ne ripo le ke o
na deke were ka ko se ponti we o mu sansan na di anja omo amanati
c'est normal
yo
moja ni bora keke mo ni fuenti be mo ni zan ko ni mo ji ada mu zan onya die ke wo ke rani e ke taki
Okay. Let's come back. Thank you for listening. Listening. And here is one thing I want to say before we go to our next point, like what I was talking about not too long, that has to do with Garrison Yelu not influencing others, because I have an understanding that maybe one of the don'ts that they are not supposed to do, or he's not supposed to do, is to take decision without consulting others or relevant stakeholders. That's one thing he's not supposed to do. And I don't think other people will sit there and know that he's not supposed to do this and see to it that he craft or agree to something that will favor one government over the other. So I don't think.
My sister, at the end of the day, the policies will always come back to be reviewed. So I don't think we should really argue on that. But the fact is, what Garrison is doing is not in the public interest. It's in his personal interest. And from the Governance Commission standpoint, he should be in the people interest.
Okay.
Because if you are not, then you are compromised.
Okay. Okay. If you are not, then you are compromised. Let take our next audio.
Okay.
Let's take the next audio, then we just take the call.
Okay. Okay.
Power in the world. If you need 10 superpower in the world has a heads up, that meeting went well. He was very excited. He's one person, firstly, who have been, he was saying that he wants Liberia and Israel to take their bilateral relationship and attach to another level. But basically, they want, both countries, they talk about mutual benefits. They want both countries to do the needful and Liberians to feel the impact of that. Because the only thing for now that we can count, visibly that we can see in Liberia, that the Israeli government have contributed to is the executive mansion. They pay that executive mansion. I mean, they just want the relationship to go from strength to strength. Well, Israel is a small country. I think the last time I checked, Israel is like 22,000 square kilometers. That's the size of Israel. They are blessed. They have a lot of things. One of the things we were talking about, how they can help Liberia with their technology and investment opportunities so that Liberia can be self-sufficient in terms of food. Rice having to be our staple food. Yes, we are still importing rice there. So they want to use their investors in the technology so that Liberia can be self-sufficient. Use the technology to add value to some of our cash crops like rubber, like cocoa, you can name them. And probably in return, what they will stand to benefit is that they want those things to be sold to Israel, which of course is reasonable because they know exactly what they want. So if they can use their technology, I think it benefits our industry, it benefits our own production, and the cash crops that goes on added value. What Jetty is trying to do, I mean, most of the things that leave our country when it comes to rural, they're basically mere raw production or products that are being shipped out of the country. So this is what they were talking about. Look, yes, we have embassy, we have people here who want you to bring an embassy to Tel Aviv or to Jerusalem, but let's see the presence there. Because if you are producing rubber with added value, it means if you're being and Israel is one of the 10th superpower in the world. If you name it 10 superpower in the world has a heads up, that meeting went well. He was very excited. He's one person, firstly, who have been, he was saying that he wants Liberia and Israel to take their bilateral relationship and attach to another level. But basically, they want, both countries, they talk about mutual benefits. They want both countries to do the needful and Liberians to feel the impact of life. Because the only thing for now that we can count, visibly that we can see in Liberia, that the Israeli government have contributed to is the executive mansion. They pay that executive mansion. I mean, they just want the relationship to grow from strength to strength. Well, Israel is a small country. I think the last time I checked, Israel is like 22,000 square kilometers. That's the size of Israel. They are blessed. They have a lot of things. One of the things we were talking about, how they can help Liberia with their technology and investment opportunities so that Liberia can be self-sufficient in terms of food. Rice having to be our staple food. Yes, we are still importing rice there. So they want to use their investors in the technology so that Liberia can be self-sufficient. Use the technology to add value to some of our cash crops like rubber, like cocoa, you can name them. And probably in return, what they will stand to benefit is that they want those things to be sold to Israel, which of course is reasonable because they know exactly what they want. So if they can use their technology, I think it benefits our industry, it benefits our own production, and the cash crops that goes on added value. What Jetty is trying to do, I mean, most of the things that leave our country when it comes to rural, they're basically mere raw production or products that are being shipped out of the country. So this is what they were talking about. Look, yes, we have embassy, we have people here who want you to bring an embassy to Tel Aviv or to Jerusalem, but let's see the presence there. Because if you are producing rubber with added value, it means if you're being and it
Okay, that's the voice of the importance of the discussion the president had with that of Israel. So, like I said, from our first talking point about the out there, entitled to his right. And also looking at the act that created the governance commission, you should be associated with no political party in order to maintain integrity and look across sections, both public and private sectors. So now that he openly declared his support to His Excellency Dr. George Weah, what is the public takes on that? And we also looking at Presidential Press Secretary Asis Olukebe. This morning he appeared on the Super Morning Show and lengthily discuss training issues of national concern about the president's visit to Israel, bilateral agreement, the discussion they had. Liberia is to benefit from agreement they came up with when it comes to the processing of raw material. Israel is to help Liberia in building that tide, in actually making sure that cash crops value increases. So we take a break. I think Famata will be back shortly and open the phone line. Thank you. The number you can call to be a part of this program is 0770 90790. 0770 90790. Call us on Lone Star 0880 907907. So call us and be a part of this program. Zero 907 907 0880-907-907. Call us and make your contribution on the 2 talking points for today. What do you think will happen to Liberia if we are able to produce our own rubber bucket, tops, pen, cups, and everything we use? And if we are able to grow our own food, most especially rice. We consume tons of rice every month. It's not easy importing rice across Liberia.
Okay, I'm back. Okay. Many thanks to Grace for keeping up behind my back. We are taking calls now, right?
Yeah, I opened the line already.
Okay, so call us on 0770907907, 0880907907, and let's hear what you have to put forth on this platform as it relates to what we just told you about as to whether Garrison Yellow is in the right based on what he's doing, as to whether he won't be biased if he continues the way he's going. And the next thing was what?
As a solo Kebe and His Excellency Dr. George Manning, we have recent visit from that of the Israel and how Liberia is to benefit
Okay.
from rice production via technology. He also talked about how Liberia can grow its raw material catch values
Okay.
and talking about most often what we see in our country, only Jetty doing that. That is production of buckets, rubber ditches, all of that. So they want to bring our economies back to us that most of the production should be done within Liberia.
Okay.
So that's a ton
Taking the
for
business
President.
back to Liberia.
He also talks about Asia requesting Liberia to have an embassy within their country.
And did they say these are things that we will see anytime soon?
Yeah, they did not give a specific date, but the president mandated the foreign minister with immediate effect to make sure that Liberia is represented within Israel, because the ambassador they have from Israel to that of Liberia, the comprises of he's in charge of Sierra Leone and other African countries, including Liberia. So they want to get what they get, but their attention is not actually based on a specific country.
Okay.
Do it by region.
So 07709079070 08809079007 are the numbers to call to have you participate on this program today.
Yeah. So
And Grace, you don't need to show me that number, I beg you.
Looking at you, say, some people have good memory when it comes to memorizing numbers. So, and I think you are one of them. But for me, I'm not.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So I play with that number a lot, so I know my way around it. So let's have your calls coming in to have you participate on the show on this afternoon. We are here for you. These are things we look out, and we thought to bring it to you to hear from each and every one of you as to what do you make of the president's visit. And
the public are not impressed with that of the code of conduct. They are shying away from calling, but it's very simple. Liberia is for everyone. Whoever in position today, you are the one that put them there because you elected the president, and the president sees it fit that these people served, and the Senate will look at them before they served. So all of these people worked for you. If they make mistake, if it's in your purview that you look at them and analyze what they are doing on a daily basis.
Sure.
Not excluding Garrison Yellow for that of the Governance Commission. So that's why we open the line.
It's just any and everybody.
Yeah.
We need to checkmate each other as to what we are doing right and what we are doing wrong, so that those of other persons that might want to emulate the same, they might say, well, this person did this and the person was lashed, or people, shame this person, so there's no need to do it. But if we see some of these things happening and no one says anything, they just go on, because you hearing the point he's speaking from. Someone did it before him, another person did it after that person.
Dr. Emma Sawyer, he compared himself with, knowing that these people, most of them are field politicians. They may have contributed immensely to Liberia development, but they actually wanted power so desperately that most of them did not. They were not given an opportunity to serve. So if you are a young person and wanting to build your political capacity for a long time, you should not limit yourself to imitating people that you feel. I think we have a caller on the line.
No, we just lost that person. Yeah.
So we want you to make your point this afternoon. Tell us if he was right or not. You are very important to us. What we do is to serve you. So if you are there, we don't know you listening. We just feel like we don't know you are there. So that's it from my own side.
Okay. While we are waiting for your input, there is a story from Markibi about the education office. They're revoking a school permit or so, and it's all about they are gather activity they had, and the information is such that there were students in the street with casket parading, and due to that, some information is emerging. But as soon as we lay our hands on it, we will get to share it on this platform. Let's go to the line and have this person. Hello. We can continue with you, please. Leave from where you are and you call us back. Please leave from where you are and call us back. The feedback is too bad for us.
Okay, looking at the school aspect, in my community, Tingo Village, where I lived, you will not believe that when the children were parading, I think we should.
Okay. Hello. Hello.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I think we're having a problem with this line.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see if I can do something here.
Yeah. I think we're having a problem with that line. So they were parading you. They found this group called Special Unit, and they were using all kinds of sarcastic remarks
Wow.
while trading.
Singing the kind of songs.
Yeah, they F-voice songs. You could hear them singing, jamming each other together. So I was like, I thought Alicia, I said, if your school trying to portray the beauty that you teach in there, and you doing such a thing on the street, you will not encourage us parents to send our
Sense a
children
negative
there.
picture out there.
Yeah, you will not. For me, I will not even send my children to such a school.
And I believe that similar thing that went on in the Makibi.
Somebody I think that medicine me or
What's the lesson that can teach anyone?
yeah, I don't know.
At least if you go for other profession of meaning and all of that. Anyway, that's what maybe some of them might want to do in time to come. So they have to show it to you instead of. Well, why would I want to go to school just to become a medicine woman?
Yeah, nah. That's why you want to. Then the pastor they casting all the demon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe that's
That
the
is
drama,
interesting,
the drama team. Maybe that's the drama team. Okay. So when we get our hands on that identical information, we will bring it for discussion here. But whatever, if you heard the information as well, we are here waiting for your calls. Colors on 0770907 and let's hear from you as to whether the chair of the governance commission is in the right, or as per what you know, he's in the wrong for going the way he's going on the platform today.
Yeah, for me, I really like the way you put it. If he's wrong or you're right, because the public will always be the judge.
Sure.
So I think our Lone Star line.
We will just share what it is that we have to share, and then we'll leave it with you, so that we also get your own participation too on the radio, because we do not want to be the one always saying, just giving information. We also want to hear where you stand with some of what we discuss on the platform. So and with the president's visit, we think no wonder why my hand is fast on this side, because this side has the problem. Hello. Hello, you are live.
Oh, got this one person.
Yeah, I think the commissioner is in serious error by siding with a political party and being populated.
Oh, okay.
Because as per the constitution of which it says we have the political right, after its position, the political right has only is to exercise its franchise by voting.
Okay.
If there is a time for voting, to vote for the leader that will lead either representative, senator, or presidential candidate. That is the right that he has. But he does not have the right after the constitution and after the POR of the commission that is head of.
Okay.
So what is your recommendation?
After he is doing.
What is your recommendation?
That institution is not a political institution.
Okay.
We should stay out of politics for good. Because it's to checkmate the governing leader currently and the one to come if you remain there as commissioner.
Okay.
So I ask you, what is your recommendation to the public or to the government?
Okay, okay. Thank you ever so
Think we
much
lost
for
that person.
participating. Yeah, thank you for participating. We wanted to know your recommendation you will make as it relates to what you said, because you already said that he's in it wrong, right? Yeah, he's in it wrong. So we wanted your recommendation. But however, if you are listening, you can call back and recommend. Or if not, the lines are open. Call us on 0770 907 907 0880 907 907, and we will get you connected to hear from you about what you think. What you think. We've heard from the first person that the decision is not good because it will tempered with the work.
Okay, so that's it. So if you call in, just tell us what you want the government to do, yeah? Because your recommendations are very important to us. We sit here, collect everything, and make sure that it's studied, and the whatever people are supposed to collect, we collect them and work on them. So if you're saying he's in it wrong, like we said previously, if you're saying he's in it wrong, like Famata said and myself, he's saying, then why is he he's openly boasting that he has the right to participate in politics? Don't be surprised when campaign open, you see that my own car running around when a president campaign. And nobody will do anything about that. I know for sure the president don't support people going against the Liberia law constitution anyway.
That's it.
But most of these things, he's busy, he has a lot of work to do.
And he
The
start
president
checkmating those in
he
place
don't
in these
pay
areas.
attention to everything. So the only way he knows these lapses when we come up and talk about them. That's why we're asking you to call on 0880 907 907. Call us on 0880 907 907 or 0880 907 0907. I'm trying to end this.
Come
number.
on,
Let
come
me
on.
do it again. 0770 907 907. I will get it. 0770 907 907 or
Because you kept repeating one number.
907 907.
You stay repeating one number. You went on 0880. Go to
I said
0777. Okay.
0770. So that's the number. Okay, you can call to be a part of this conversation. I think Famada knows the number better than me.
That one, don't even run campaign yet, because you run campaign, you will leave out.
This afternoon, we are actually bringing important story, catching our headlines today to you. Making sure that you are part of the process.
Especially about things that happened just within this morning to this afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like the way Selokebe put it, if Liberia can grow their own food through technology,
Okay.
that's a tool to Liberia. Imagine us not importing rice.
Maybe
Everybody will eat their own food. You don't have to worry about US rice in US rate increasing.
Sure.
In order to buy rice. You
Then
have your own rice.
we will return to the time wherein we used to have country rice all over the market. And I think we're buying it for, I don't know, $5.
2 for $5.
Okay, 2 for $5, something like that.
2 for $5 and the bottle rice or whatever was sold for $10. I think so.
We'll not have to go to buying 1 cup of rice, maybe $75 or $100, because I think that's what we are going to try gradually.
But now in my community, it's already for $70 per cup.
Wow.
Yeah, $70.
So these are just things the president needs to work on, and whichever task and all of that that he was able to mean and all of that, we pray that it becomes successful. So that, because in so doing too, like I continue to say, Liberians will have a job that will sustain them. The country will be developed in other areas, and we will see maybe some of our fellow Liberians traveling as well to some of these countries to better their lives or to get advanced in other things. Let's have this. Hello. Good afternoon. Okay, easy. And yeah, we are not actually discussing rice. What we are discussing is the president's visit that talked about all of these things.
Okay, yeah, the
Yeah.
president visit also.
Israel want to work through technology to bring rice production to Liberia.
Yeah, it would be a good game for Liberia.
Okay.
Do the agricultural project on the technology. It will also be good for Liberian economy. Like you were saying about the country rice, you were saying for a younger boy, where we can consider the see rice and what have you.
Yeah.
So we have the soil and we use technology. One blessing for
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. 07709079070 08809079007 are the numbers to call this afternoon so that we hear from you about what you make of what we've been saying here. Is it okay? Is it okay for the governance commission chief to operate the way he's operating openly, or do those things behind the scene? What do you make of this? Because he says other people did, and because of that, he's also doing. But
And
should
you
that
open
be?
it, I think we
should that be the
we
route?
should be careful of how we trade in Liberia. How will you say
Should that be
because
the
Emma
route?
Sawyer openly supported Madam Eddie Johnson Sirleaf, so you yourself will openly support His Excellency?
Let's try this line again.
I said it now. Hello? Move away from your radio. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, hello, getting you. Just blow your radio.
We can continue.
Lower your radio before calling, please. The gadget we use.
Hello? Hello?
Please
Hello?
lower your radio.
Okay. The Lone Star line is bad. The Lone Star line is bad. We need to work on it.
When you call in, please, we use gadget in the studio. Our headphone is placed in our ears. Please walk away from your radio or off your radio before putting your calls through. We beg you, because you want to damage our ear. Imagine you going home, then your husband calling you, you ain't hearing him.
If possible, sir, before I can even resume, maybe car will even knock me down because I'm not hearing any sound of a vehicle from behind me. I'm crossing the
So
street.
true. So if you care for us, please protect us. Lower your radio before putting your call through. You can call us on 0770-907-907 or 0880-907-907. Anyone you have access to, you can call. So that's it. If you think because Emma Sawyer breached the Constitution and live life the way he felt like living, and he's gone, his legacy stays for him, then we'll have.
We lost that person. I hope you call back.
You want to live that same way, your own legacy will live for you. Nobody will tell you what is best for you. You know for the way you are serving the public, you are not working for yourself. We read all of the cloths that we need to read, especially from the Governance Commission, on how you should govern yourself as a chairperson of that institution. And if you know it and feel like you can live the way you want to live, tomorrow you will be judged by what you do. People are observing you from all directions. Don't think the little thing you do don't count. They count. Everything you do count. It's not about maybe showcasing what you stand for today the way you want to, but know that people are checkmating.
And at times we also do it based on the little knowledge we have. We don't take into consideration other things that are after those things that we know. That's the problem.
We need to check the Lone Star line later. The line is terrible. All our calls booking in, so we need to check this Lone Star line later. Yeah.
So call us and let's hear from you, as we are here to climax this program. Anytime from now, we'll be leaving from here. So like what we are saying, all we need to do as Liberians is to do what is right.
Okay. So if we are to benefit in few months from now, Liberia is actually represented in Israel and that bilateral agreement go through. Thumbs up to Liberia for that because we all will benefit one way or the other. Whenever, even in the diaspora, whenever you come home, you don't have to struggle to get rice from outside before eating. You have Liberia producing its own rice. Even maybe some other agreement like from what I said yesterday, most of the stars and the conception actually take place when the person advocating for them already left power. That's when you see it taking effect within the country.
Hello. I lost it. Okay. Yeah, and actually, that's what happens. Some concession agreements or whatever understanding that we will enter into, you get to understand that at times maybe the government, it might come in at the time they are going out, or maybe they might not even be in existence in other government. Like you can hear the people saying that all of the rural connectivity that CDC is doing now
It's from Ellen
is from
regime, eh?
Ellen's regime.
I like that statement so
yeah,
badly.
so that's how it is. It's possible
Government is a
that
continuing process, so you
That's
don't
it.
think because he's looking for it today, so you can support him. Our common denominator is Liberia. The only thing we share in common is Mama Liberia. So our interest should focus on developing Mama Liberia. Whether you checkmate yourself now or you live your life the way you want to, it's up to you. But tomorrow the public will judge you.
Sure.
One day you will want something from Liberian people. We stand to be corrected if that day is reaches. That's when you know you get the day close. If you want to know in this country people will observe you, just put your hand up and say you won't be a politician.
That's why I don't want to contest ever.
Don't say that. Don't say that. You can't say that.
I don't want to contest.
That space is
I don't
there
want
for
that
everyone.
my report card at that school I attended.
No, you know.
I don't want to. I don't want it to come out in the public.
Javon Smith came from a media background. Senator Javon Smith for Riverside County. And there are a lot of prominent people from the media background that transitioned into the legislators of the executive, and today they are doing well. So if you become a representative, it's a boost to the media community because you will actually focus on what affects the media institutions in this country, the well-being of Liberians from a broad perspective, because you have digested every field. You know, journalists, we tapped into almost everything. Okay, for the health sectors, education. So when you go there
That's because you are looking at it, or he was looking at it from that point. But when I'm not looking in that direction.
who said you're not looking in that direction?
No, but I'm not looking in that direction.
That
I'm
did not
telling
win a
you.
discussion for another day. But don't say you're looking in that direction. Sir,
I'm not looking
since
in
our
that
line gave him
direction.
problem, I think we don't have to open the phone line.
Yeah,
Just drop your
I'm
comment on
not-
Facebook.
I'm not
and
looking in
comment
that
because
direction. Okay.
all the calls.
You can see from there, or I should read from here.
I can see from there. The old man
Machi. Your own G is for what?
Grace.
Your
Say
G,
we are fear in favor.
your G is not for general.
General Grace herself.
Okay, we have we are going to our Facebook page right now to weigh you in on some messages that are there. We have we have Victor. Valuable Victor says good afternoon from my end. Thank you. Good afternoon to you, Victor. We have UJ Wongwe, and he says good afternoon. I'm following live from Johnsonville. Okay. We have Lorena Collet. I'm following from Voice of Liberia Compound. Thank you. Thank you, Lady Lorraine. Keep on the good work, ladies. Okay. Oh. Then we have Henry Dupont Hill. He says, good afternoon, ladies. Following from Charlotte, North Carolina, USA. Thank you guys for the show. Thank you ever so much, sir. And he comes back to say, I understand you guys, but I don't have any issues with the Governance Commission head, because if it is good for John, because if it's good for John, it should also be good for Paul. If it wasn't an issue, then it shouldn't be
An issue now.
If it wasn't an issue then, it shouldn't be an issue now. Okay. That's okay. Like you said, we will not go back to the lines because we are having some problem, and as it is, we will soon be winding down on
So
the
sorry that
program.
we couldn't take your call. We are issue our lines. We apologize, but work on it tomorrow. Edition will be different. Trust us.
So it's like,
Henry, thank you very much, Mr. Hill. But like you said, it was not an issue in the past, but we were not there in the past, so we didn't talk about it. But if Amata and myself was there in the past, we will talk about it. We will talk about it. We just talk about these things. We don't care who's listening. We are here in favor, but the right thing should be done for our country. Whether you are opposition or united partisans, the most important thing is Mama Liberia. So thank you very much, Mr. Hill, and we agree with you on some part, but the part of the one you said, if it's good for poor, it shouldn't be. Yeah, we don't
okay.
support that.
And I like the way he said. But there are some of his comments that we are not seeing. We're only seeing blank spaces. But however it is, thank you for your comment. And this is how we like to do it. So for those of you who will be watching the program on you can leave your messages and
When
we
we
will
come
have
back,
them
we will take it.
read next time. I think we can call it a day, right?
Yeah.
We can call it a day. And it has been good being here today. Even
Thank
though I
you.
left you to work on something quick,
Yeah,
and you held the ground.
it's like that. Well, myself, when you left, I was like, I've never done this show alone. But I want to flip shoe, collect one angle to another angle, but and it was okay. I'm happy to be here in this program excitement because we discuss issues in depth with no restriction of how to talk. So other media institutions will say you don't say this, and I'm grateful to CEO Sekou Sharif for this wonderful opportunity to serve the Liberian people,
Okay.
to speak my mind and go ahead and research issues that affect the Liberian people. Thank you, CEO. Thank you.
Okay, like you heard, thank you, CEO. Thank you, our strong manager who's always in the background. You hardly hear him on the radio, but he's very, very powerful.
That's one of the world's best managers.
Ever I've ever worked with since my time of working with any institution or entity.
He's the world's best manager. I say it.
Okay, so thank you ever so much, Grace, for the time, and that's how we like to wind down on the afternoon program here this morning. We are this afternoon. We are so sorry that our lines were not too okay, but we will ask our technician to work on them so that when we come back here tomorrow, all will be set and ready as we present to you the program, the Rumble, where we discuss about things happening currently, or maybe some of what people will do or say from the morning to the afternoon hours. We do some discussion about some of what will be said and bring it to your attention so that we have your input as it relates to what you make of what's going on in the country. So thank you ever so much. The name is Famata Duncan, and this is how we like to leave you on the program today.